My mother married out. A blow. But also, worse, married in. The first step severed me from true belonging, from the embedding of ritual, an absence I've taken with me my whole life. Imposter, 1 foot in the circle, rest of my body outside, gazing in. But the second step, she took carelessly, blindly, wastefully. Well, that step, however it was taken, it took us into the aftermath of a failed experiment, into a charming and eccentric family of refugees fleeing the devil and the sin-soaked world, locked in at the end of your street. 3 generations of men sitting, preaching at each other after Sunday lunch, tearfully and drunkenly recounting the word of the Lord, exhorting, after 3 bottles of wine, that I and my friends find the Lord, accept him into our hearts, feel the sweet relief of his forgiveness and mercy. In a house of faith and guilt and shame, I've been unsuccessfully trying to find this sweet relief for years, forever. In a house of such confused messages, the truth of my eyes refuted by the words of these men, my Father, our Father, so beautifully spoken. A tearful man, lounging on the sofa after a bountiful lunch at the club, crying with joy or despair at having been saved from his sins, absolved, so he needn't confront them, drunk again. And my mother, darkly furious with the world at having been unfairly duped into making this flippant choice. I toiled and worked at my faith. Can you feel it yet? Joyfully and expectantly welcoming Jesus into my heart at Christian camp aged 7, uplifted by the brief joy this afforded my father, who immediately went to the payphone in the hall to tearfully give the news to his father, to finally be able to bring some joy, some pride at the offering of this little lamb. That feeling, though, never quite in my grasp. I still remember the smell of the pages of those books I devoured. Tales of flocks lost in icy mountains, saved by prayer. Of the man who found God as being paralysed from the neck down in a car accident, not his fault. Of the girl who found God after being paralysed from the neck down, after diving into a shallow pool, not her fault. She'd lain under a foot of crystal clear water, drowning, watching the sun catch the ripples in the water above her, until her brother, not his fault, had dived in and saved her. The woman who had gone blind, not her fault, and found God and prayed every day for a guide dog, and then eventually she got one, a chocolate lab called Emma, and she got saved too. And they all so passionately found the Lord, and me, 17 at Christian camp. Can you feel it yet? Watching my peers fucking drenched in the Holy Spirit, rolling on the floor, speaking in tongues, singing and praying and sweating, hands in the air. Can you feel it yet? And me trying so hard, saying maybe just a little. And then the day, aged 19, sitting in church, exhausted with the shame of can you feel it yet? Maybe just a little, maybe round the edges. Guilty and sinful and horny and hungover, sick of never getting it right. And then a sudden blinding flash, the scales falling, scattering, tumbling, as I realised who would break your neck to help you find him? Who would freeze your lambs, give you cancer, take your eyes? A dizzying head rush as I finally come up hard on the realisation. I can free dive into the unknown. I can just leave. I can go. I took my flute, I got on the bus, and I could feel it, finally. The lightness, the relief of knowing there's nothing there, and I am never going back.